Hello, my name is Kira Johnson, and the title of this research is Advancing Justice in Planetary Health, the Role of Interspecies Justice. This was a rapid review of the literature conducted by an international and interdisciplinary team of scholars, including myself, Dr. Chris Busey, Dr. Maya Gislason, Dr. Diego Silva, and Dr. Maxwell Smith. By connecting planetary health and interspecies justice literature, we aim to advance justice and explicit consideration of interspecies health in planetary health. So what is interspecies justice? There isn't an agreed upon definition in the literature, but it is fundamentally about restoring the integrity in relationships between humans and the non-human world. It's about reckoning with human exceptionalism and asking what justice requires of us when we turn towards other species and ecosystems. Whitney et al. Defined planetary health as the achievement of the highest attainable standard of health, well-being, and equity worldwide through judicious attention to the human systems, political, economic, and social, that shape the future of humanity and the Earth's natural systems that define the safe environmental limits within which humanity can flourish. Interspecies justice is important for planetary health because it can help us broaden epistemologies of who and what flourish in planetary health. It can help us ensure our actions to promote planetary health aren't inadvertently causing injustices and harms. It can help us advance intragenerational, intergenerational, and interspecies justice. And because where injustices are allowed against other species, harms to vulnerable human populations often coincide, interspecies justice can help improve the intertwined health of humans and other species and ecosystems. So we conducted a literature review, a rapid review, exploring the interspecies justice literature and ultimately looking at 43 articles. We asked, what is health in interspecies justice? And how can justice be advanced in planetary health? We looked for the presence of health, well-being, flourishing, thriving, and survival, and for whom those terms were applied. And we looked for information, concepts, and actions that could advance planetary health justice. Our results showed 3 areas where we can act to advance justice in planetary health. The first is broadening epistemologies of justice. Keller-Mayer and O'Brien state there are sound cases for claiming that a broad range of life forms other than humans, including not only animals and trees, but also ecosystems, rivers, and soils, can be harmed in morally relevant ways. This means replacing humans in ecosystems and considering ourselves part of nature. It means grappling with human exceptionalism and considering the possibility that other species might be as valuable as we are. It means considering other species and ecosystems' needs and livelihoods in our actions and creating relationships of respect, reciprocity, and responsibility with other species and ecosystems. The second area of action includes broadening epistemologies of health. Srinivasan states this literature offers ways of rethinking human well-being in ways that are oriented towards interspecies justice. And it means asking what health and well-being are for other species and ecosystems, and potentially applying human concepts of health and well-being, such as physical, mental, emotional, and social health, to other species. Interspecies justice and planetary health are both rooted in Indigenous epistemologies of interconnectedness. So the third area of action involves decolonizing planetary health. Winter states a decolonized ontology recognizes the individual can only be strong, healthy, and fully functioning where the whole is thriving. And this means engaging in theory and research in ways that rectify harms to Indigenous people, other species, and ecosystems. It means recognizing systems of power and oppression and working for reconciliation with victims of injustice, and asking what learning and unlearning we need to do in order to work respectfully with Indigenous people and in solidarity with Indigenous epistemologies of interconnectedness. Our next steps are creating a clear definition of interspecies justice based on the literature, continuing to outline tangible steps for advancing justice in planetary health through interspecies justice, and completing our manuscript and submitting it for publication. Interspecies justice has the potential to advance justice and explicit consideration of interspecies health in planetary health. I welcome your kind questions, critiques, and comments. My contact is klj10@sfu.ca. Thank you so much.